You wanna make more money? Then put the man in the manicure. Do I need to say anything more? Nope, let's jump in. Let's go. My client has expressed that he does not want color, so I am going to start off looking at his cuticles, and we have some overgrown, we have some choppiness, we have some tenderoni. So the best thing that I'm going to do is to open him up and do some grooming. I'm gonna take this overgrown area and stop. Do not push, okay? This is why. If I start to push all of this skin back, it's just gonna have this little hump, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna clean up this overgrown cuticle, 20,000 RPMs in the forward direction. Now it's important, see where the skin is actually overgrown? That is what I'm actually going to trace with my barrel. If I lay my barrel too flat like this, I am going to file on that nail plate. I don't wanna do that. I wanna stay right on that skin. Working at high speeds will allow that I cut through it without it fringing. So very, very gentle, like that little kitten. Meow. I don't know if you should necessarily meow at your male guest, but you see how gentle I'm just sweeping that away? When you see that there's a little bit extra like skin particles, just reduce your speed. I have broken through that thick layer, and because of that, I'm going to reduce my RPM. So here I am on the second. There's not a whole lot of overgrown. I might take my bit right in this left corner. I'm still at that 20,000 RPMs and just trace, but I really don't want to be on the nail plate. I'm taking a look at this. This looks really raw. What I don't want to do is get right on top. This is a new client. I honestly don't know if soon as I tap down if they're gonna bleed. So I'm just kind of evaluating. Great, on this third pinky, I can stay at 20,000 RPMs. Again, I'm gonna just tap it out, just very slowly. Tap, tap, tap. Very low pressure, you guys. I'm allowing the Efile to do the work, and this is the difference between the Erica's bit. I don't need to push. I just need to glide and glide and glide. Remember that when you go to tip me. Okay, no. I've done all 5 fingers. Then I go to the other hand, and this is when I'm going to reduce my speed. Now I'm going back to about 10 or 12. If you still feel like the residue is a little like thicker, some are gonna be a little more stickier, some are gonna be a little more crustier. Don't feel like you ever need to apply the pressure, just glide with it. Like literally let the bit do the work, and you're not trying to dig, you're just staying on that top layer, layer by layer, all right? Now, I'm working at 10,000 RPMs. Just gentle, 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 opening everything up in the forward direction. Very, very gentle. Since I'm not doing any gel polish, I'm not roughing up the rest of the nail. If my client does have ridges, I might ask him to say, hey, do you just want me to make your nail plate a little more even? It's not necessary, but if they want that, this is just overall like their hand and nail health. So whatever is gonna feel good for them, I wanna get them to having that sensitivity in their hands, as well as if they're here to see me because, you know, there might be a special event, a wedding, a vacation, maybe just the soreness from working outside during the cold months, and they are tired of ripping their cuticles off with a pocket knife or their teeth. I don't know if any man's ever done that, but I know a lot of women who have. No judgment here. And the only reason that I keep going and showing you each one is because each little angle is a little different, because all of his nails have a little bit of a different personality, okay? I've only used one bit, and I've reduced my speed once. I started with 20,000 to really open it up, get that overgrown off. And then when I broke the seal and was close to the nail plate, I wanted to reduce my speed while I'm working closer to the nail plate and pushing into that proximal fold. I want to share one more thing. Maybe your man, the manicure, is maybe he didn't have a lot of overgrown, okay? And if that's the case, then I would have started off using the small tapered barrel at about 6,000 RPMs. And what I love about this bit is it just gives me the ability to get to know him, which I mean, how sensitive is he? I'm able to push back and create a nice arch, what I'm doing right now. Now, since I've already opened them up, I would go in with my unicorn bit. I just want to show you guys, if your client does not have that overgrown stickiness, that I would have started off at 6,000 RPMs so that I could push right into that proximal fold, okay? Hey nail techs, level up your manicures with professional nail bits and implements from Erica's ATA. We have everything you need from tools to gels. Check out the links below. All right, so before I take my small tapered barrel and put it away and grab my next tool, what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna check out my clients' calluses. Maybe they go to the gym, maybe they work with power tools, I don't know. But if I see that there is some buildup of callus here, I'm going to first ask, do you want me to remove that rough surface? The reason I'm gonna use the small tapered barrel is because it's a larger surface area. Now, this is where I wanna time out. If they have a thick band, it might almost be worth, just to save time is money, is to actually grab one of my pedicure bits. My client doesn't have much here, but what I did notice during our consultation is he has this crusty callus. And we talked about it. This is from using a screw gun. My client today is a builder, so he holds the screw gun and that pressure has created this nice, I'm like literally pinching it. How's that feel? Can you even feel it?
No.
Okay. So we know that he needs this to do his job, but we can ask, do we want to soften it? Would you like to soften it?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna turn our speed up. This is important. I'm gonna stretch the skin. It's also really close to the bone, so I wanna make sure I'm staying right on top. I'm gonna start off on a high speed at about 23,000 RPMs. Now be careful because right next to it is live tissue. I'm going flat, making sure that edge doesn't cut into a skin. And again, I'm not removing. Everything I'm doing right now is just softening. If I take too much, just like if you know when you take too much off of a pedicure for your runners, they let you know. Same thing here. Less is more. We're just smoothing it. We're just making it like more supple again so it feels good in your gloves. And you can always touch base with your client, just like, hey, what's your comfort level? So it's gonna take my nylon brush. The best way to clean these are in like one of those soccer brawl bags, and you just throw them all together so they don't cling to your towels, but that way we're actually getting the debris out. So let's take a look. We've already opened them up. This redness was already irritated skin, so we want to be really careful in these areas, but I'm really going to put a little more pressure once I apply cuticle oil. But let's keep going. I'm jumping in with my unicorn bit. I absolutely love the unicorn for men's manicuring as well as for toenails. And the reason for that is it's a larger surface area and that it allows me to work on flat surfaces better than like what the micro taper is. I can just get things done. So I'm at 14,000 RPMs right now, and I'm just gently pushing into the proximal fold, all right? What I'm just trying to do right now is release any of the skin cells that are tightened on the nail plate. I'm really just doing some grooming here. I'm not doing any of this. What I'm doing is I'm leaning into that lateral fold to really clean out the debris in this area. Since this isn't like a structured gel manicure or an enhancement service, I do not feel it's necessary to go in with a flame bit. I would rather have something more rounded and tapered that allows me to maximize my work and productivity, all right? Like I said earlier, I'm only expecting with this client to spend about 35 to 45 minutes with no color. I'm just doing cuticle grooming, shaping, and rehydrating. Now, also during that consultation, if there is quite a bit of callus and like just thickness, I might add in an additional 10 minutes if they choose, just to do some like grooming, softening, not to remove, but to soften and create more supple in the skin, that sensitivity, okay? We have a lot of nerves and feelings in our hands, and we want him to enjoy what he touches. Whoa, did we go there? Hey, you never know what to expect on this page. Let's have a little bit of fun, but also know what we're doing. Come on, let's keep going. All right, so here I am again. I'm at 14,000 RPMs. That pressure is just gently going into that proximal fold. I'm not flossing. I'm going down that edge, pulling back the skin. You want to work in the opposite direction in which your bit is spinning. That is why I am in forward. And see, I'm just pulling that skin back right there. I'm going to use nippers later on, and I'm just opening it up. Fantastic. I'm going to do all 10 fingers, and then I'm going to put my Efile in reverse, and I'm going to start from left to right. And the benefit of doing this, you guys, is I'm really able to open up the right side of the nail. If I keep it in forward, it is quicker, but I don't feel like I'm really able to get into that right lateral fold and open it up the way I want. And it also depends. How often is this client coming? Are they coming every 3 to 4 weeks to stay on top of, I don't know, the grooming, the look? Or is this kind of just a one and done, there's a special occasion? Super careful right here. You guys almost saw that I'm just flirting. That's what's really nice about these precision bits is I can just exfoliate, little tickle right there. If it's not releasing, that's okay. It's all right to use just the tip. where at the same time, sometimes I want to maximize the whole barrel. So let me go ahead and show that to you again. I don't want you to miss this. See how I have some crusty right here? Right there? I just want to kind of soften that area. But how I have some crusty here, that's when I'm going to use the butt of my unicorn and smooth that area. If I'm just going at it like this with the point, I'm going to wear down the tool a lot quicker than what's necessary. So we've cleaned up the nail plate. We have this little skin rim, and now we're going to take our nippers, nip, 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 but then we're going to soften. Let's go. All right, these tenderoni areas, okay, right underneath the skin tag, and I don't need a pull. I'm just using that edge, sliding it. Less is more. Remember the elements. Not trying to do editorial nails, trying to just soften, hydrate, and groom. Let the tools do the work, baby. And always err on the side as less is more. Because when we tear into that live tissue, it's going to come back with a vengeance. It will. Live tissue is like, I ain't playing. I'm coming back, and I'm coming back to knock you. All right, so you see this little edge right here? Instead of me keeping nipping this area, what I'm just gonna do is use oil and go over that later, all right? That way I don't hit that live tissue. I'm gonna be very tender right here. Now, some of you I know are like, oh, look, you cut them. No, we already talked about that area when we did our consultation. I'm in that area, and this is what is really important, is because you guys, micro tears are possible, but also there was already that natural tear in the skin. So I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to be sure to clean my tools properly. Even though that it's not actively bleeding, on camera, it's probably going to look a little more red, but I am staying clear of that area, but later on I will be softening it, okay? That way it doesn't continue to tear. And honestly, that's why my client came to me today, is because of the elements of the cold and working outside, is these edges right here, they tear and they hurt and they're raw. So our whole process today is about kind of getting these cuticles tamed in the harsh elements, is they don't break, okay? The skin's breaking like that because it's dry. My favorite part, you guys, you use your favorite cuticle oil, and then 20,000 RPMs, you're just going to start to hydrate. This is my favorite part, especially because we knew this area was a little red and tender, and that's why my client was here today. We want to smooth that edge so it doesn't continue to crack and break down. We're going to get him nice and hydrated and set up so his skin is starting to repair and not continuing to break down in those elements. Very gently, I am going over this spot. It's going to look a little more red in film, you guys, but I do see that there's irritation to it, but it's important for me to get that little edge, and that oil is going to act as lubricant to reduce that heat and sensitivity as I gently go over in that spot, okay? If you've applied cuticle oil and like the nail is dry, be sure to apply a little bit more. You do want that slippage so we minimize heat, as well as that we're really able to take the oil and work it into the skin. We've been cleaning and dehydrating, and the skin was already cracked. We are now working on repairing. Last but not least, gonna add my nail tincture, which is gonna help with the overall health of the nail and strengthening. And we got ourselves a manicure. Ain't that fun? Now, here's a tip. After you do a manicure, you send your client off with a kiss. Side note, that's my husband. Husband, verification, please.
It's me.
Don't miss this opportunity, you guys, to gain more clients. Men's manicuring is becoming an all-time high. Have you tapped into this service? Have you even thought about it? Start talking to your ladies about their men. Get them in. They don't miss their appointments. They're fantastic to work for, and most of the time, they do want a silent appointment. Are you catering to men's manicuring? Let's go.